To be sure, the voter registration list that was inside the gray transport bag is the correct one for your EDAD. The EDAD numbers are printed on the lower left corner of the pages in the list. If not the same, tell the coordinator. Position the supply cart behind or to the side of your table. Be sure the public cannot reach the ballot. Complete the opening section of the ED field report in the ED form booklet. You will need to look at the green seal that you put in the ED police envelope when opening the supply cart. Sign the timesheet in the ED form booklet. Insert your badge from the notice and work card into the badge holder and put on your badge. Put the remaining portion of the notice to work card in the notice to work envelope at the ED table. You are now ready to serve the voters.
Thank you. Voter registration list, EDAD. It must match your table. You get this out of the gray transport bag. You place this with the materials at your table. Your forms booklet, your time sheets. Trust me, everybody knows what the time sheet is. Right? And people go in there like this. Remember the green seal we put in the morning? You have to record it into your forms booklet, like so. This is an example. See the time sheet? You're going to turn the page until you reach where it says opening. Record green seal. Everybody sees that? And also I have it on the screen and it's on page 29. Any questions? You take your forms booklet, once everybody signed in, and that green seal is recorded, and place it in your supply cart. Along with your forms booklet, you should have your ballot transmittal sheet, right, and your return to campus. All those three items, real important at the end of the night. Turn to page 30. Page 30 shows you an example on how to set up your table. See that? Fold that page at the corner. Just fold that page at the corner. Any questions? Any questions? If no one has, I'm going to keep it moving.
Inspector 10.
Who?
Inspector 10.
I'm going to explain. No, stay with me, guys. No, stay with me. Stay with me. Page 30, I told you to fold that because I want you guys to know how to set up the table. If you're the table inspector, bring your books with you. And also, you're going to have a copy of the basic poll manual anyway, but bring yours. You don't have? All right, I'll show it to you in a few, okay? We're going to go get one now. Page 30, I said you can fold it in the corner, right? So can I keep it moving now? Now that we understand where to get the materials and how to set up our table, page 30 just told you how to do that. Can I move it on? Page 46. Let's go to page 46. This is Inspector 10 card.
Oh, okay.
Everybody on page 46? Now, this is a copy of the voter registration list. When voters come to your table, this is exactly how it's going to look. To the left. Now remember, it's the voter registration list is broken down by alphabetical order, A to Z, correct? Yeah. So it's last name first, first name last. So now we're going to use Bernadette as an example. To the left corner is Bernadette and Alerus. Underneath Bernadette's name is her address. Has her address, her registration date, female or male, date of birth, and age. See that? Mm-hmm. If you go to the right, you see those three letters, D-E-M? Bernadette is a dem. This is how you and your bipartisan are going to determine what ballot to give the voter. See that? We don't ask, hey, what party are you? No. It's registered on the voter registration list. If you move to the right, you have Bernadette's signature from the last time she voted. Underneath is blank because that's where she's going to sign her signature. That's where she's going to put her signature. Correct? If you keep moving further to the right, you see 70? That's the stub number. So when you guys gave Bernadette her ballot, her stub number at that time was 70. See that? Remember that boy? Remember the person that overvoted? Let's make believe it's Bernadette. She came back to your table. You went back to her name. You knew that she was number 70. However, by the time she went to mark her ballot and got to the table, she might have been maybe 75, 76, 100. See that? Her new ballot number, her new stub number, obviously is going to change. And you got to give her the next available stub number. It could be anything. It could be 75, it could be 85, it could be 100. So far, so good?
Yes.
All right. Further to the right, it says inspectors and issues. The Board of Election wants to know who took care of Bernadette. Put your initials on it. You see the little boxes? Next to those little boxes, we call special situation. You see where it says remarks? Special situation and remarks go together. Whatever special situation you run into, you have to put in remarks what happened. So let's go to the first one. The first one says affidavit. I'm going to go through affidavit in a few. But if a voter comes to your site and they come to your table and you don't find their name for any reason, I'm going to go through it. You don't find their name and they don't want to go anywhere else. They say, you know what, I'm not going anywhere else. I want to vote here. Do you read them?
No.
They offer them an affidavit. They accept the affidavit. I'm going to tell you what to do with the affidavit. However, you need to check off affidavit for Bernadette and put in remarks what happened. So far, so good? I'm going to go through the affidavit. Next one, assistant. Remember the person that was paralyzed from the neck down?
Yes.
Came to your table, said, well, is anyone going to assist you? And the person said, yes. My aide, my girlfriend, my son, my daughter, whoever it is, you have to check assistant and put the person's name and their relation. Clear? Yeah. Can I move on? Challenge. We check that box if someone challenges a voter. Now, who can challenge a voter? Anybody. That's right. If I'm at the table and I say, how you doing? My name is Samuel Patricelli. And Commodore walks by and say, what's up, Sam? How's Florida going? So now, the people at the table, the inspectors heard that. They heard Commodore say to me, how's Florida? And so they have to determine, hey, Sam, where do you live? Do you live in Florida or do you live in New York? Now, it's up to you, the people at the table, to determine whether you're going to challenge me or not. So you do challenge me. And part of your material at the table is called a challenge folder. It's on the table. You can't forget it. It's right next to it. If it be challenged, if the person being challenged. So I say, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to read it. I'm going to sign it, state it. I'm going to hand it back to the inspector. And I'm going to say, thank you, Commodore. Now, if the inspector's at the table, do I get a ballot? That's right, because I signed it and I date it. And that challenge vote goes into the great transfer. However, you have to check the challenge and who challenged you. The inspector's at the table. So far, so good? You see how remarks and special situations go together? All right. Court order. Remember the person that was at the table and you offered me an affidavit because you didn't find my name on the board of registration? And you offered me an affidavit, and I said, no, I'm not taking the affidavit. And you offered me a court order. Now, the court order, do we have a court order book, Mike?
Talk again?
Court order book.
Should be in the one court in the back there.
Okay. The court order book is part of your supply. It came out of that easy yellow envelope. Now, the court order, if I refuse an affidavit, then you have to fill this out and check the one that refers to me. Name not on the book. Now, remember, if you hand me a court order, I better get back to your site before 9, because I have to come back here, right in the very room, 1780 Grand Concourse. I have to have it stamped and signed by a judge. Be back to your location before 9. I hand you that court order. You look at it, stamp, sign. Can I vote now? Absolutely. Absolutely. However, we must check court order and put remarks what happened. So far, so good? Emergency. Remember the emergency? Remember that box I told you? If all scanners break down, all right? I came to your side, I was in emergency mode. I don't know that. You do. However, you have to check emergency so that when I get to go use the scanner, the people at the scanner can say, excuse me, sir, can you insert the ballot into the emergency box? So if there's 3 emergency ballots in that scanner, there better be 3 emergency checks somewhere in that book or any of the table. Make sense? And last but not least, Help America Vote Act. Remember I spoke about them earlier? They're the ones that created the different types of IDs. I came to your site and I said, how you doing? Everything's good, give me my name. And next to my name it said ID required. And I said, why? And you said, well, what was the last time you registered? I said, well, maybe a few months ago. However, I forgot to sign. I remember. I was in a rush. So now I have 2 options. I can either show you my ID in order for me to sign that book, or I can say, well, I don't have my ID on me. And you're going to say, well, do you have any other? And I say, I have my school. Is that acceptable? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Also, in front of the voter registration list, gives you a list of the IDs I can use. That's why we don't need to remember everything in front of the book. So if I am an ID required voter, just tell me, do you have any of these, sir? And I say, yes, I have my school, I have my bank statement. All right? Utility bill. I have to match the name and the address. Make sense? But if I don't want to show you my ID, what are you going to offer me? Affidavit, right? Because I'm not complying with the rules. If I don't want the affidavit, what you going to offer me? Court order. Right. The process doesn't change. If I showed you my school ID, you check Hava, and you put what ID I showed you. Right? Any questions on how the voter registration this works? No, well, before, if the voter voided their ballot, and they come back to your table, they get the next available ballot, whatever number it is. I can't tell you if it's 71 because I don't know how many people was at the site. So if I come to the table when my first ballot was 70, however, there was 10 people after me, then I'm going to get 81. You understand? You don't what? Absolutely, you got to put the next ballot stub number. One second. If I come to your table with a void ballot, it was ruined, and you come back to my name, and I had 70, the one that was ruined was 70. When you look at the ballot, the stack of ballots, the next available stub number is 81. So you put 81 on ballot number 2 in the voter registration. Right on here. Okay, there's 3 lines. The first one had 70, the second one will have 81. Question? I'm not there yet. I'm going to get there in about 2 minutes. Everybody's good? All right. Let's go to 49, please. Let's go to 49. On page 49, example number 3. Could somebody read that out loud for me? 49, example number 3.
Confirm the spelling of the name. Check that the first and last names have not been reversed. Note, voters' names may have been misspelled in the voter registration list. If so, correct the spelling on the list. If the voter is at the wrong table, direct them to the information clerk. If you still cannot locate the voter's name, offer them an affidavit ballot if they insist on voting, or offer a court order certificate. Note, if in a primary, ask the voter if they are registered in one of the parties conducting a primary election. If their party is not holding an election, their name will not be on the list.
Thank you. The affidavit privacy suite. will have red marks on them, like so. They're going to be found on the top of your supply card. So when you start to remove your supplies at 5 in the morning, the affidavit privacy have to go on top of your supply card. Are we clear on that? Also, when a voter is an affidavit, the materials that you must hand the voter are as follows. We staple them onto the envelope for that, for the privacy so you can see what goes in here for the voter. You see that? I'm going to go over them. Voting process, voters' rights, and notice to vote. All these materials are on your blue table display. You don't have to go too far because the supply card is next to your table. Also, they get a ballot, affidavit ballot, which you should have on your table, and an affidavit envelope, which is also on your blue table display. All of these materials are handed to the voter. The voter then must go and sign, fill out their affidavit ballot. Once they're done, they must fold. Once they fill out their candidate, they must fold the affidavit ballot and insert it into the affidavit envelope. They must seal it and fill the envelope out from A to D. I'm going to show you an example on how the affidavit envelope should look. This is an affidavit, completed affidavit envelope. When you receive that envelope at your table, it better look this way. It better be filled out correctly. Your job is to make sure that everything is filled out. Do you know if it's right or wrong? No. The only thing you know is that it's filled out correctly. Now I'm going to tell you this. The voter's going to say, "Hey, is my vote going to count?" And you're going to say, "Not sure." When the Board of Election receives your envelope, they will send you a notice letting you know that it's correct. So when you tell the voter you have to fill it out, and 2 months later they get that notice saying, "Unfortunately, due to insufficient information, your vote did not count," they're going to remember. Has it happened? Yes. Once? Twice? In the thousands. In the thousands. You understand why this is important?
Yes.
So for every voter, for every affidavit voter that comes to your table, you have to complete these steps. Hand them all of these materials. And they must come back to your table with this affidavit envelope with the ballot inside, sealed, filled out exactly like so. Are we clear? Okay. Somebody read number 4 for me, please. Somebody read out loud number 4.
Voter moves within the same ED or voter change name. In the remarks section, enter change name or new address and write down the voter's new name or address and initials. If it is a new name, have the voter sign the name that is currently in the voter registration list and sign the new name between the pre-printed signature and signatures they just signed. Voters can now vote a scattable ballot.
Nothing changed. We take care of any affidavit voter that comes to the table. It's the same process. The only thing that changes is the situation. For what we do with that situation is the same way. You just gotta make sure you get that back exactly how you see it. A, B. Are we clear? Somebody read number 5 for me, please.
Place the check in the box next to have an ID. It is not common thinking to have a code in the front cover. Voters can now vote a scattable ballot. If the voter does not have ID or refuses to show ID, or for the voter, an affidavit ballot or court order certificate.
Any questions? Does it change? Only the situation, right? So what we do with that situation is the same way. Any questions? We're going to do one more and we're going to keep it moving. Somebody read out loud number 8. Number 8.
If a voter
Number 8.
Page 50. Come on. No, wait, one second. Everybody good? Don't go crazy on me now. Don't lose your mind yet. Only after two. Okay.
If a voter's record has been signed by another person in error, have the voter sign his or her name below the space provided. Explain and remark and enter voter serial number, VSN, or voter who signed in the wrong place in remarks as shown. VSN is on the voter registration list on the left side next to the registration list.
Any questions? Everybody good? Same thing. It doesn't change, guys. That's why it's important for you guys to bring your books or use the book that's provided to you as part of your ticket. There's going to be one on the table. So if I'm a voter, I'd rather see somebody tell me, can you just hold on 1 second and make sure you get it right than you try to guess. Because I'm telling you, it's going to get back. Especially if it's an because it might be that person testing you to see if you're doing your job right. Have we been going through that? Any questions? Page 53. We're almost done, guys. Page 53. Page 53. Somebody read those steps, those 5 steps to me, please, out loud, on page 53. Anybody? Please.
You must use the scannable ballot for a DMV. Before any act coordinated stamp the ballot with the voters by DMV affidavit on the back of the ballot. Check off DMV affidavit on ballot stuff. Remove ballot from stuff, and if voter is on the voter registration list, check off affidavit and write DMV in remark column. Continue with any of the regulations.
If a voter could see us here and they're an affidavit, I'm the voter, and I say, you know what, I understand I'm an affidavit. However, I left my mask on. Is it possible that I'm off my ballot on the DMV? And they say, well, the affidavit ballot is kind of small, I'm going to have to give you a standard ballot. However, I'm still an affidavit. So you're going to give me a regular ballot now. You have to make sure that at the top of your stub, you check DMV affidavit for that stub. Start on the book. Tells you what to do. Now, you still got to give me the red sleeve, the affidavit envelope, and the other materials, the other supplies. Am I right? I'm going to go ahead and use that BMD. I'm going to mark it. I'm not voting. I'm going to mark it. I still have to take that ballot, fold it, and still put it into the affidavit envelope. I still have to seal it, and the voter must bring it back just like that. From A to Z. Has it changed? No. Only the situation changed. But how you take care of it is the same way. We always got to keep a record of it, because now we gave up a ballot, right? So at the end of the night, if you're missing one ballot, where is it? Oh, I know, it was that person who's an affidavit. Ah, that's why we got to check the stub after the DMV affidavit.
But the coordinator has to stamp it.
Coordinator got to stamp it right there.
There we go, here, this
So, is it going to happen?
Not right in the matter of fact.
I've never heard anybody use it.
Oh, okay.
You know, meaning that situation. I've never heard anybody say, you know, I had an affidavit person that used a scanning ballot. Very, very rare. Mike's been around for a long time. Mike, have you ever heard anybody using the stamp? Maybe once or
Twice in 8 years.
Twice in 8 years.
And that's an all five borough.
And that's all good. So do you understand? However, you know what to do if it does happen. Any questions? Okay. Are we clear? Yes. No. I'm saying that if a voter cannot, for any reason, cannot use it, it's too small, they left their glasses, or for whatever reason, they want to use the DMV, they mark it, they're an affidavit, you need to retrieve the affidavit ballot and give them a regular ballot. Exactly how it says on page 53. And now, I'm still an affidavit voter. The only thing the only reason why I got a regular ballot is because I'm just going to mark it. Once I finish marking it, I still got to do the same procedure, fold it and put it into the envelope, seal it, and fill it out. I'm still an affidavit. I just using the regular ballot. 64, guys. 64, 65. Affidavit voter is anyone that came to your table and there was a situation where the voter's name, there was no signature, right. Right, like if their name is not listed on the voter registration.
Hello. You just called me? What time is it? It's 1 o'clock? Yeah, yeah. Okay, hold on. Ay,
Did you go yesterday? What did you say?
See if I can squash. I'm having a bad headache. Yeah? It's fine. It's like poofy, I don't like my hair poofy. Yeah. And I keep trying to stop putting hairspray in my hair. Oh yeah. I do not like hairspray. Oh, okay. It's like I gotta wash my hair again.
Miss Johnson.
Alrighty.
Hello.
How cute you look.
How you doing, everybody?
that, I like that.
Thank you.
I'll be fixing that. What?